Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I am Cortensia Carty. We will begin this morning with the weather. Okay, it is windy with a mix of clouds and sun, a high of 85 and a low of 73 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And I just want to remind you today to let no one dull your sparkle. So stay shiny, right?
That depends. I've got some powder on right now, if you guys can't see this. And definitely, as well, you are advised, we are advising you to stay connected to the relevant weather authorities.
Okay. Yes.
To find out what the latest weather is like, because this is hurricane season, right, Cortensia? So we do
Yes.
have to be mindful of all of that as well.
The second season of the local calendar.
Indeed.
Yes.
All right, so it is Friday.
Yay, indeed. The end of the work week for most of us. So, yay, Friday.
At the beginning of a lot of activity for others.
I know. Imagine last week it was music festival. Now this week
that's a
is
week
just
ago.
maybe
Wow.
a little party.
Music festival is a week old today. Who can
Yeah,
imagine
look at that. Well, more than, a week old. Why was it Wednesday? It was a week old because it started Thursday.
Listen, I don't even know anymore. Guys, you're wondering what's going on here. Cortensia and I just bantered before the official start of this morning's show. We will begin, however, with the latest right now, and here is the latest in local news. This year, the 2021 National Honor Awards were conferred on 6 exemplary nationals of St. Kitts and Nevis in an investiture ceremony held by His Excellency, the Governor-General, Sir S.W. Tapley Seaton, on Wednesday, June 29, 2022, at Government House. The honorees were first announced on National Heroes Day on September 16, 2021, and are Ewell St. Clair Swanston for Social and Economic Development of Nevis in the 60s to the 80s, Howard Noel McCaughrean for Business Entrepreneurship, Ernest Charles Ashton Amory, member of the British Empire, for Business Entrepreneurship and Philanthropy, Franklin R.O. Brand for Business Stewardship and Community Activism, Ralph Lionel Gums for Business Innovation and Entrepreneurship, and Lorna Althea Callender for Education and Journalism. In similar fashion, the honorees for the Medal of Honor, who were also announced on National Heroes Day last year, were conferred their medals the following day, Thursday, June 30th. Rubley Gertrude Jean and Annika Pitt Hazel received their medals of honor for services to nursing, Elizabeth Collins Woodley for nursing and community service, Helena Mazine Nana Stapleton for entrepreneurship in the area of market vending, Alcilma Telmadre Springer and Palsy and Lorna Wilkin for their services in education, and Ingrid Charles Gums for education and community service. So we have a lot of honorees, a lot of awardees.
Congratulations to them all.
Indeed.
And we had one of them here on the show.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did, indeed. And I know Mrs. Wilkin, again, from my old life as well, so great.
So you had an old life and this is your new one?
This is my new one. I've had many lives. Do you believe in reincarnation? I've had many lives. There might be another one to come. You never know.
We continue now with story number 2. This from MSS-SKN. The Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, which through the St. Kitts Sustainable Destination Council of the Ministry of Tourism, first participated in the Plastic Free July campaign in 2017, is all geared up for this year's participation under the theme, Be a Part of the Solution, Help End Plastic Pollution. I love that. St. Kitts Plastic Free July 2022 activities will kick off today. Jamie, we are in a new month as well, July 1st, with a billboard launch at the Kim Collins Highway. This will be followed on Saturday, July 2nd, with the distribution of environmentally friendly reusable shopping bags at Ram Supermarket, King's Pavilion on the Bay Road in downtown Basse-Terre, Value Mart on Wellington Road, Bees Enterprise in Sandy Point, and Freight Supermarket in Molyneux. Mr. Kenny Manning, Sustainable Tourism Coordinator in the St. Kitts Ministry of Tourism, explained, and I quote, Plastic Free July is a global movement that began in Western Australia to raise awareness about the problem of plastic pollution and encourage persons to develop new plastic-free habits. This will be St. Kitts and Nevis' 6th year participating, having first participated in 2017. So plastic-free July.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that we're in July already, but hey, and great initiative.
Happy 1st of July, guys.
What I especially like is the distribution of those environmentally friendly bags.
And I hope we bring them to the supermarket, man.
Yeah.
I think Value Mart would have tried already with the reusable bags, but we didn't do it for 21 days because habits are developed after 21 days. And I believe we just did it maybe for a week and we just threw those back.
Oh, you know what? If you have to pay, if they stop distributing plastic bags,
yes.
Yeah, it'll develop for 365. Yeah. All right, we're moving on to our third story. The tunnel at Camps Roundabout beautifies with artwork. This from SKNIS. The Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis has always had a culture of reciprocity among its citizens, and to no surprise, the citizens of the Federation continue to give back, with the latest initiative being the beautification of the tunnel at the Camps Roundabout. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, Darrell Lloyd, said, quote, "Today we are pleased to partner with CleanRight, a private company that has shown a vested interest in beautifying one of our tunnels. A few months ago, Mr. Walker approached the Ministry of Public Infrastructure with a proposal of beautifying the tunnel here at the Camps area, and also has an interest in beautifying the tunnel in the Peninsula area. So far, we want to applaud him for the tremendous work he has done. The ministry is indeed pleased that you, as a business partner, have shown a vested interest in developing and advancing the beautification of your country." Yes, indeed. Great story. I happened to come across the photo on my social media feed, and I thought, wow, this is incredible. And to see that it was the brainchild of a corporate sponsor, so to speak, it's really good.
I thought it was a meme at first.
You thought it was me?
Yeah, I thought somebody just put it together, and put it out there, because I saw one of my friends from Antigua actually with it. She's Kittian, but she lives in Antigua, and to see that she had it up first, I'd be like, what is this? And she'd be like, it's in St. Kitts. I'd be like, oh my God, it's
It is St. Kitts, and it's making the rounds, and that's good. It's in Antigua already. You know what? I'm making out of people with tall suits, so that's great. And we have more to look forward to in terms of the Peninsula area as well.
Yes,
So,
imagine
great.
that.
All right.
Sweet.
Hopefully there'll be a wave of corporate sponsorship for these things. You never know. You never know. All right, so that's it for the latest in local news. We'll be back in a moment for regional and international news. Stay tuned.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. If you are just joining us, you are just in time for regional news. JSC Screen Show unveils 2022 contenders. This from the Antigua newsroom. Following the 2-year postponement of the longest-running pageant in the region and the 4th in the world after Miss World, Miss Universe, and Miss International, Antigua's own JSC Screen Show returns to the lineup of events for Carnival 2022. Under the theme, Unleashing the Potential Within Through Resilience and Determination. The highly anticipated pageant will see crown contenders from Antigua and Barbuda, Haiti, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and Trinidad and Tobago, setting the pace for what the organizers of the show, Junior Chamber International Antigua, said will be a show-stopping production full of the usual glitz, glamour, and fanfare. JC Screen Show Committee Chairman Ayanna Dorset and past JC Screen said, and I quote, "We are excited to see the return of the show and Carnival after a 2-year break. And the JCI Antigua have been working to make this year's production amazing for the patrons and crown contenders alike. It's going to be amazing energy." Wow, I got goosebumps. I love Queen shows. I remember when Mimi went in, and Mimi went up to do her talent, and she sang. And I didn't think they knew she sang that well, that when she went up in a high pitch, the crowd got silent. You could have dropped a pin and hear that, and then everybody in the crowd said, "Yeah, St. Kitts got this." And I was like, duh.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Love the support.
I love JC's. Sweet
Maybe
Queen
we should
show.
bring Mimi back to sing.
We should.
It's out there in the universe. It's already in the universe. All right, there we go. All right, moving on to our international news now. This from Al Jazeera. Deal on fuel prices and other concessions bringing an end to weeks of anti-government demonstrations. The government of Ecuador and indigenous protest leaders have reached an agreement to end mass demonstrations that paralyzed parts of the South American nation since mid-June. Led by indigenous organization, the CONAIE, the protests began on June 13th amid anger about soaring fuel prices and rising costs of living, as well as the socioeconomic policies of right-wing President Guillermo Lasso's administration. The agreement set out that petrol prices will decrease 15 cents to $2.40 per gallon, and diesel prices will also decline the same amount from $1.90 per gallon to $1.75. It also sets limits to the expansion of oil exploration areas and prohibits mining activity in protected areas, national parks, and water sources. The deal also provides for the cessation of the mobilization and the gradual return of the demonstrators to their territories from which they came to join the protest. Yeah, and reading this story, it's amazing how the government is going to respond to demonstrations from the public.
Yeah.
And I realized that there were apparently some 14,000 demonstrators from across Ecuador who, basically protested there, doing things like lighting fires to tires and that sort of thing. But I guess the situation is really devastating.
It is devastating, and I now know that I can use one of the parking cones as a bullhorn.
Oh, dear God. Cortez. Yeah. Well, apparently you learned something.
Listen, a little light at the end of the tunnel after all of that protest. So I hope things work out for them in Ecuador.
It seems like it will.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it for regional and international news. We ask that you stay tuned. Up next, Leah Williams, as we do our segment Connections.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. As promised, we are on Connections. We have with us author Leah Williams, who was born and raised in St. Kitts and now resides in Orlando, Florida, USA. We will be discussing Leah's recently launched book, Neither Out Far Nor In the Deep, which is a story that takes us on a journey with his 17-year-old Kadeem as he connects with his Kittitian roots. Good morning, Leah. Welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning, SKN. Hi, good morning.
So what got you into writing? And can you summarize for us your book, Neither Out Far Nor In Deep?
Well, it's basically a short story. I know it's a book, but in writing, it's really a short story. And it follows a young man, a young American teenager in his troubled journey through school. He's having challenges in school, and his single mother is tired of him, so she takes him home to St. Kitts and leaves him with his grandfather to live. And there he has to figure out life with his grandfather without technology, without just living off the land and enjoying St. Kitts and learning about St. Kitts while developing into adulthood.
So is it that his grandpa doesn't have technology, or all his technology has been left in the US?
What really happened is that, the grandfather hides the technology from him
Oh,
because
okay.
he wants him to live without it.
Okay.
Teenagers today, you can't even really get them out of their phones. You can't get them out of, off of social media. They don't really realize that there's so much out there other than, what's on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever the new thing is. So he gets to be able to eat sugar cane while walking home from school. Does a grandfather have transportation? Yes, he does.
Okay.
But he allows him to walk home from school because that's something that you get to enjoy on the island, whereas in America, that's not something you're doing. You're on a school bus or you're being dropped off or picked up.
All right, so Leah, I do have to ask, was this book inspired by anything specific?
Not necessarily. I do know in experience, I know that there are people who, when you get your green card, you go off and you leave your children with the grandparents. I thought about what would it be like if you had the opportunity to send your older child back home and have them, live in St. Kitts and be able to enjoy what you've enjoyed. Being a parent myself, I have an 18-year-old son who's going off to college, who, when he does visit St. Kitts, it's not as enjoyable for him as I would want him to enjoy it. And I think that allowed me to think about what would happen if a child went back to St. Kitts and was able to see the difference between the education system, for instance. Here in America, we don't change classes, the teacher does. Or vice versa, I'm sorry. In St. Kitts, you sit in the classroom, the teacher comes to you. Here, you move from class to class. That's a experience. So in my book, I think my American students were able to see the difference in the education system, the fact that we wear uniforms. We respect the teachers no matter what. It's just so different in St. Kitts. It's a lot different.
Yeah, plenty different.
I mean, I don't want to offend anyone, but it's better. It's an easygoing system. I believe the education system is it's just a better system.
Okay. So you mentioned your son. Is he a reference to any of the characters? And how did you come up with some of the personalities that you have in your book?
So I teach middle school. I've taught high school.
Okay.
I sometimes teach adults. My son is not a reference to this book at all. In fact, the only thing that he can get credit for is the image on the cover of the book.
Okay.
He's an absolutely wonderful young man.
Okay.
The characters in my book are from just a collaboration of students that I've met in my 16 years of teaching.
Okay. Congrats.
Thank you, I think. Thank you, I think. But in teaching, you get to meet all these different personalities, young men, young women, who you get to watch them grow throughout the school year or not grow. So that one is a collaboration of all these different people that I've met.
Leah, we'll take a quick break, but we'll be back to talk with you on the other side of it. More GMSKN in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned.
Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
All right, guys, I apologize, but we do have some technical difficulties. We need to go to commercial break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
You can lower your salt intake by reducing salty foods, removing table salt, and using salt alternatives when cooking.
Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We now continue our conversation with Leah Williams, the writer of Neither Out Far Nor In Deep. So, Leah, we understand that this is the very first book that you've published. Is that not so?
Say that again, please. I'm sorry.
Is this the first book you published?
Yes, my first and hopefully not my last.
Yeah, definitely, hopefully not your last. Why don't you tell us why you chose this particular title for this book?
So actually my editor chose that title, and I thought it was poignant because when she was reading it, first of all, choosing a title, the writing process is not as easy as you would think it is. Or I hope no one thinks it's easy, because it's not. Thinking of a word, thinking of the names for the characters, thinking of the title. As you're working through writing the book, the title changes over time. So as she was editing it, she thought that this was probably the best title for it. And of course, I thought through it, and I agreed with her. It talks about, being in the ocean, using the ocean for reflection, being on the beach and being able to reflect, looking out further and further and further. The more you look out, the more you're able to discover about yourself. And this is what happens to this young man, Kadeem, in this novel.
Okay. So,
no, please go ahead. I was just going to say that was philosophical. Seems appropriate indeed.
Leah, how long did it take you from the start of the book to the end of the book? And what was the feeling like when you completed the book?
Okay, so from conception to completion, maybe about a year and a half.
Okay.
To even think about what I wanted the character to do, what's the story I wanted to tell, how I wanted to portray St. Kitts. I wanted people to love St. Kitts the way I love St. Kitts. And I wanted people to see how enjoyable St. Kitts is. And not only that, just the whole education system and the fact that you are raised by a village and not just by your parents. And your educators, how important it is for you to have friendships, meaningful friendships. So it took about a year and a half, writing, editing, rewriting, editing, listening to beta readers telling you, this sounds good or this doesn't sound good, change this. I mean, it's a process. Completing it was, have you ever had a Fraco?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Fraco is one of my favorite. It's my favorite thing in the world to have. I get home, I make sure I get home in time enough to leave the airport and go straight to town before I even go home and unpack so I can get a Fraco.
Nice.
So finishing it was like having a red Fraco with sweet milk drizzled out over the top.
Oh, look at you.
So yeah, finishing it was a good feeling. That was a good feeling.
Leah, I have to ask now, did Kadeem ever have a Fraco?
No, which is in my writing it and finishing it. Even some of my family members, because they know I'm like Fraco queen. They're like, how come you didn't have a Fraco? I just didn't think about it then.
In the follow-up book, he will.
In the follow-up book, he will.
Definitely.
Yes, he will. He will.
So what was the most challenging part of the book for you to write?
The most challenging part, I thought, was to write from the point of view of a young man, being a woman. It was challenging to write the way he felt. So I had to ask my son a lot of questions. I'm sure he was annoyed at times when I would ask him, how would a young man at your age respond to something like this? They say stuff like, on God, instead of trust me or believe what I'm saying. The different things that they say in communicating with other people. They don't use real words. So I had to kind of draw that from my son and from some of my students in order to be able to portray an actual teenager of this generation. So that I thought was the most difficult.
So do any of the characters, share any of your personality traits?
I can't. No, probably not.
Okay.
In writing, I thought about not putting anything about myself in there because I do have people who know me personally, and I didn't want them to read it as, oh my God, this sounds like Leah. But I can tell you, the grandfather character, which is the paternal character in the story, that's my dad.
Oh, lovely.
So that's the way he moves. That's the way he talks. He's, very wise.
Okay.
And lovable. And I mean, he'll teach you lessons without you even realizing, okay, it's lesson time.
So your dad still resides in St. Kitts, or he's in the U.S. as well?
Yes.
He's in St. Kitts?
He's in St. Kitts and
lovely.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So all the more reason for you to come back, apart from the fracos.
Yes.
I mean, there are so many reasons for me to come back to St. Kitts. It's my home. I'm a citizen of St. Kitts. It's where I was born and raised. I don't think I'll ever forget being in St. Kitts. In fact, my English teacher, Miss Petty, I remember so much about St. Kitts. I left as an adult, basically. I was 15 when I left. So I finished fourth form. I'm not one of those people who left when I was 2 or 1. Like I have a cousin who left when she was 3 years old, and we don't even call her Kittish because she didn't grow up there. But I truly love my country of birth, and I want everybody to learn about it. My next novel will most likely have some aspects of St. Kitts. There's no way I could probably put something out there without showing where I came from.
Lovely.
I love that.
Yeah.
So Leah, what advice would you give to first-time authors, given your own experiences?
Well, don't stop writing. Don't stop writing. Don't stop writing. My book is self-published, and the reason why I did that, the whole process in getting an agent, I sent out queries to 264 agents, and I've received maybe 2 follow-up emails that were positive.
Okay.
And it's discouraging. It's extremely discouraging. It gets to the point where, you want to stop. But if you really want to be a writer, and you are a writer anyway, if you're writing letters, you're writing bills, you're writing, you are a writer.
Yeah.
Just don't stop, because someone's going to believe in what you're doing.
Yes.
If you don't believe in it, someone else will believe in it. But most likely, you have to believe in it.
Okay.
And I thought about self-publishing because the people I was sending it out to, there's no literary agents in St. Kitts. No, the book is filled with our accent. It's raw English. It's what the Jamaicans call patois, but it's broken English. And if they weren't able to see that and understand the concept of the story, I wasn't going to wait on them to be able to understand, because that's foolishness. So I went ahead and did it myself, because I believe in what I have. I believe it's a good story. I believe I have talent. And I believe I have more to give. So, and I think if I waited for an agent, I'm sure I'll get one eventually. But if I waited, I may have missed the market window to put out what I have.
It's quite possible, indeed. I get from you the perseverance, the dedication, the belief, and I really want to thank you for allowing us to interview you. Again, Leah Williams. The book is neither out far nor in deep. Congratulations again. And thanks for joining us on this edition of Good Morning SKN.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. We'll be back in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned.
It's Infused Friday. Welcome to today's recipe. But before we get into that, let me give you some information about the benefits of H2O. Infused water adds more to your H2O. It not only gives you the same refreshed feeling that water does, but it adds flavor and nutritional benefits. Adding different combinations of herbs, fruits, and spices to your water can lead to endless combinations that are not only delicious, but extremely good for you. Helping to control bloating, because many women suffer from bloating due to excess salt or hormonal fluctuation. Water-rich foods such as lemon and cucumber can help control this problem. How does this link into relaxation? Well, if you infuse your drink with herbs that are linked to relaxation, such as sage, this often helps. What are the benefits of anti-aging? Well, if you add dark berries and pomegranate seeds, which are rich in antioxidants, this can help protect against the effects of aging. Let's talk about metabolism. Many fruits can boost your metabolism and help with weight loss, so be sure to add in your raspberries, strawberries, tangerines, and any other delicious fruit. Now, let's move on to the recipe for this Friday, which is watermelon and lemon mint. Ingredients: 1 small cup of watermelon pieces, 1 large lemon sliced, and a handful of fresh mints. Now, for the directions, very simple. You just need a pitcher and add 1 small cup of watermelon sliced, 1 large lemon sliced, and a handful of fresh mint. Muddle ingredients and fill pitcher with ice water, and you're good to go. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Self-health management refers to the measures people take to manage their own health. You and I should remember to wash hands often with soap and water, or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Take your temperature morning and evening. Watch for symptoms. Persons with diabetes or hypertension are reminded to take your medication regularly as prescribed. If you have no symptoms, you may carry out your normal routine and boost your immune system. When you are outside, avoid public spaces and wear a mask at all times. If you develop symptoms, put on a mask and seek medical care. Do not take public transportation. Inform the doctor of your travel history, any contact with confirmed or suspected cases, your occupation, and whether anyone around you has similar symptoms. If you become ill, please rest at home. Wear a mask and isolate yourself from others in your household. If you share a bathroom, disinfect daily using 1 part bleach to 10 parts water. Everyone must work together to reduce the spread of the coronavirus.
Consuming foods like bananas, potatoes, and dried peas and beans, such as lentils and kidney beans, contains potassium, which helps to reduce salt in the body.
Do you know that common baked goods such as bread and crackers are high in salt? Get salt smart.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Very engaging discussion that we had with
quite an engaging one.
Leah, indeed, the author of Neither Out Far Nor In Deep. And truthfully, the book is already here in St. Kitts.
It is.
We understand, right? It's available at Digital Prints Plus on Prince Street.
Yes.
Right. It's on Amazon. It's on Kindle. And she's
Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble, excellent.
Yes.
And she's also going to be talking to other people to see if she can get more copies here and at other venues.
As she says, she's hoping to get into the Lord's bookstore soon.
Exactly.
So yeah, you can also check out.
Right. So you guys, you know where to find the book. All right. You know what it's
Yes.
called. You know who the author is, Leah Williams. And again, great segment. And now we're moving on to genealogy. All right. What does that mean? Let's go, Hortensia. Who are you? Who are you?
A beautiful black mixed up woman, complicated on days.
Ah, okay. Should I say I am puzzled? I don't think that's what I should say, right? But kind of puzzling, isn't it? Yeah. All right. But who are you really? And what do we mean when we ask people, who are you?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll be more specific. Who are you as in, what are your roots?
Yes.
Right? Who are you instinctively? And you'd probably answer that by stating everything that you said, your name, where you work, etc. But the reality is explaining who you are can be, again, explaining who you are can be difficult without some specific insights into your roots.
Yep.
So your true identity is an inherently complex phenomenon, and you are you, as we know, but how exactly is you defined?
Yes.
Well, according to social scientists, your identity is defined by both your genes and the learning of social roles through personal experience. This morning, to help answer this important question, Hortensia and I will take a look at the genealogy of you. Well, not you, but yeah, you. In a way, right? So we've heard that as a Caribbean people, our roots or ancestry are from the motherland of Africa, correct? But is this true for all of us, and how can we find out? Well, we have the opportunity of reviewing one of our team members' ancestry DNA makeup. This is so very exciting, Hortensia.
Lovely.
And without ever setting foot in Nigeria, we know that they are 39% Nigerian, 21% Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu. So we're going to take a look.
Look at this.
We're going to take a look at this breakdown. I guess you guys at home should be seeing this chart that really gives this breakdown. So let's take it from the top down. Should we, Hortensia? What do you want to see first?
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Okay.
Oh, nice. Wow. So our Nigerian region takes its name from the most populous country in Africa. Nice. Where more than 168 million people live in an area with about twice the size of California. In fact, Nigeria has 6 cities with populations over 1 million. The United States has 9. From its tropical south to its arid north, Nigeria as a country is a concept and product of colonialism, bringing together, I lost that.
Yeah, but we know, well, Nigeria basically is where, again, you see that point. Right?
I guess bringing together all peoples? How about that?
Well, I suppose, I would suppose that. But you also notice something else about it. It's there on the, what do you say, the West African coast.
Yes.
So that would really be, or would have been one of the transshipment points of slaves, if you think about it, coastal region. So
the sad part.
Not surprising in a lot of ways, I guess, that this particular individual is roughly 40% Nigerian.
Wow, yes. Because most of us came from those parts.
We're going down that list and we're looking at Cameroon. Yeah, you
I love this. The family tree, the tree of life.
I was wondering if you were going to give me the Wakanda sign. Because that's exactly what it looked like for a second. All right. So we're taking it. We're going to the Cameroon and the Congo. So look at it this way. I mean, normally when we think about breaking these things down, we just say, oh, I'm black or I'm West Indian.
Yes, exactly.
African descent. But we actually have a breakdown of it. So 39% Nigerian, 21%, dare I say Congolese? Can I say that?
Congolese, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So this
is Cameroon. This is Cameroon.
This is
Cameroon. Congo.
No, this is Congo.
Western
This is Congo.
It is.
And Cameroon, because it says primarily located in Angola, Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu people. Yeah.
Fair enough. But you know what? This is the thing, though. I feel so ignorant, and I can only imagine that our team member and other people, perhaps, when they think of tracing their origins, they might tend to feel that sense of ignorance as well, because we identify Africa as Africa.
Yeah, straight.
And we might know 1 or 2 countries, but we really don't know anything about it. And even being here talking with you about this, it's interesting to say that, because it's just really interesting to say that there's this level of ignorance that our ancestry is cloaked in Africa. And that's all we say. It's a blanket cover, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now we get the breakdown.
Yeah, we don't break it down, and this is a real breakdown.
Let's go to Benin and Togo.
Yeah.
So we know just about everything with this person.
I would know. Look at that
Benin and
She's
Togo.
13% Benin and Togo. Now I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna look for these peoples, see what their culture's like, see what they wear. And then I'll come back and say, yeah, you look like that.
You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to walk through the office with a picture of the traditional people from this. I'm going to say, this is what you look like. Okay,
yes, exactly.
Should I do that? I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. But seriously, no, this is one of the interesting things. And one of the things that I know about this particular process is that the statistics tend to change based on how many people from your family actually take part in it or submit their DNA to it. So we're looking at it as of today, 39% Nigerian, but that might change because of other people who decide to take the test. As well, what we know about this is that not only is your DNA stored here, but it does give you the right to consent to being contacted by people who have your DNA. And if I'm not mistaken, our team member actually made contact with someone who
someone made contact with her. Saying that they might be related because of what is, how should I say, on the World Wide Web now, or the information that was shared, because you can choose to share it or not share it.
Okay, because of privacy reasons. Okay,
so,
great.
Yes.
Well, this is so very interesting to me. I only thought of genealogy in terms of like solving crimes, but in terms of understanding exactly who you are, this is actually a great thing.
Wow.
How important do you think it is?
Very, very, very important, as you said, because we just blanket everything and say, oh, we're from Africa. So for me, I know I'm mixed with a ton of things because I'm from a country with 6 races. I think I have all 6 from both of my parents' side. So it is important. I would love to know. Imagine if I plug in my data and I find out that I'm from Asia. That would be so sweet. So I can be Chinese, I can be Indian. And then what if I have European rights? So I have rights to England now. Look at me. so it is important. It is very important.
It is very important indeed. It is very important.
Yeah.
And all right, let's talk about some of the popular tests that we have. The only one that I know of that comes to mind realistically is
Ancestry, right?
Ancestry.com, right? That's where you get to submit yourself and you see exactly who it is. But we've got others. Look at that.
23andMe, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of Living DNA, and I've never heard of MyHeritage. Ancestry.com is the bomb. We hear that every day, all day.
Has to do with the marketing.
Yes.
More than anything else, really.
Yes.
I guess where we are.
Marketing is really important, you know.
When we're being marketed. But this is so interesting. Now it makes me want to find out.
Exactly who we are.
Almost scared at the same time because you never know. It's like I have like these horror stories. I'm like, okay, are you going to be related to like Freddy Krueger?
Why? Why?
Is he going to come and contact me? Is he, still very important.
He's fictional. He's not going to come. But what do you think your genealogy is made up of, though?
It is very hard for me to say because I can't even go with my last name, right? Because my last name, Morris, I think,
English
can be traced to the Moors, and I don't know if that has any significance because our names were wiped out when our ancestors came here, realistically. So
maybe they were too hard to call, so they had to name us
they didn't care what we were called. Seriously.
I think our names were too long.
Do you think pig farmers name their pigs? They go Olive, Bruto?
Because it's easy,
No, they don't. Depends on whether or not they have. So no, we were literally like
some animals have names.
We're not animals. I'm not saying that we were animals.
No, but I mean the farmers make it easy for themselves.
Depends on whether or not they have a lot.
If they call Bruno the pig, Bruno just come forward because if you realize those animals are smart, as soon as they hear the name, they come just like the dog. You don't even have to make the dog song. You just call the name and they come forward. Yeah.
This is serious. Listen, it's just. It makes slavery all too real for me when I look at things like this, but I understand the importance of not letting your heritage be taken away from you. And now that there is something that you can do to actually trace your identity, this is so important, particularly to people of our race, of our region, I find. And I think that it's good that our team worker took this test.
I was going to say the same thing, so now she's going to make all of us want to do the same thing. So there's differences between these tests. It can help to know how DNA is organized. Human DNA mostly comes in long stretches called chromosomes, and each person typically has 23 pairs. I think that's where the 24th came in with the disease that we spoke about. I can't remember the disease right now. Maybe you...
Okay, I don't. Down syndrome? Yeah.
Yes, for a total of 46 chromosomes. Why DNA tests look at one of the chromosomes in the 23rd pair. The Y chromosome, the autosomal DNA test, measures 22 pairs of chromosomes called autosomes, and metDNA tests consider a tiny snippet of DNA stored in a completely different place in the cell, the mitochondria.
All right, so this is an important question. What are some of the other ways that a person can learn about his or her roots or genealogy? All right, so we look at archives, asking older relatives, of course, in documenting. I know people in my family on my father's side have done that. Researching, well, on my grandfather's side too, as well, my mother's side, and researching family names on reputable sites on the internet. Yeah, and that's very important. The archives. I know that one of my friends actually was able to trace, I think it was, the arrival of her ancestor on Nevis because it was logged. And that was the very first sign of it when they came over. So museums and things like that. Really good. You know what? Thank you to our team member for allowing us to share this valuable data. And thank you to the sites, the people who created it and the team for putting all this together as well. Because again, identity is so important, isn't it?
It is. It is. We're all made up different. We should be proud of that. We have connections. We are from different parts of Africa. We're not just Africans.
Might be European too, believe it or not, because there are, we're all over the world. Literally. So why are we fighting people? Why are we fighting?
I know. Let's love.
We're all together. Right? Live long enough, trace your roots. We have a little bit of everybody in us.
Yes.
So that being said, thank you so much. Great segment. We'll be back in a moment.
Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to your favorite day of the week, Friday. It's Infused Friday, and you've guessed right, we have another marvelous infused water recipe for you today. Strawberry, lemon and green tea infused water. So let me introduce you to the benefits one can expect from this selection. Strawberries. These potent little packages protect your heart, increases HDL, which is good cholesterol, lower blood pressure and guard against cancer. Packed with vitamins, fiber and particularly high levels of antioxidants known as polyphenols. Strawberries are a sodium-free, fat-free, cholesterol-free and low-calorie food. The bottom line is lemons contain a high amount of vitamin C, soluble fiber and plant compounds that give them a number of health benefits. Lemons may aid weight loss and reduce your risk of heart disease, anemia, kidney stones, digestive issues and cancer. And finally, green tea contains healthy bioactive compounds. These compounds can improve brain function, increase fat burning. The antioxidants may lower the risk of some cancers, contribute to the prevention of type 2 diabetes, and assist in the prevention of cardiovascular disease, also in the protection of the brain from aging and reduce bad breath. Amazing benefits. Let's get infusing. Here are the ingredients. 1 bag of green tea, 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of hot water, 1 lemon halved, juiced and half sliced, a handful of strawberries halved, and ice cubes for serving. Directions. Place tea bag in a cup of hot water, let it steep for 5 minutes, then remove, and let it cool before pouring into a jug or pitcher. Add the remaining ingredients and let it infuse for 30 minutes before serving into a large glass filled with ice. So delightful. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
The continued fight against COVID-19 requires the continued practice of public health measures across all sectors and in every community. Frequent and proper hand washing, wearing face masks, and physical distancing. Do you know who is not physical distancing? The Aedes aegypti mosquito. Let's avoid overloading our healthcare systems. This means simultaneously protecting yourselves and your loved ones from all disease, including mosquito-borne illness like dengue fever, Zika, and chikungunya viruses. Did you know that dengue is the most common mosquito-borne viral disease in the world? So let's get to work. Use window and door screens to keep mosquitoes out. Change the water in vases and scrub inside surfaces to remove mosquito eggs. Avoid using saucers with potted plants to prevent collection of water. Securely cover water barrels and drums with mosquito netting and properly fitted covers. Scrub the inside walls of water barrels and drums with detergent 1 to 2 times per week. Walk around the outside of your home and remove or overturn containers that can collect water and become breeding sites. Mosquitoes only need a small amount of water to lay their eggs. Remove unwanted cans, bottles, buckets, or used tires. Other items still in use must be properly stored in covered areas to avoid water settling in them. Clean roof gutters and air conditioner trays. Debushing and removing tall grass from around your home or establishment is also key to reducing mosquito populations. To decrease your risk of being bitten by infected mosquitoes, use proven personal protective methods too. Apply an effective mosquito repellent to exposed areas of skin according to manufacturer's instructions. Wear light-colored long pants and shirts while outdoors in the early morning and late afternoons. Further, protect vulnerable family members like pregnant women, children, the elderly, and persons who are unwell by using mosquito nets to sleep or rest, even during the day. Fight the bite and protect yourself and your family too from mosquito-borne diseases. This message is brought to you by the Pan American Health Organization, Office for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean countries.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
And we're back on Good Morning SKN. Guess what time it is? It is time to loosen up. Jamie and I have been hosts for some time. Yes, some laughing already.
Really?
And now we have passed our 100th episode together, even. And I've surpassed my 100th episode, yes.
All right.
And we honestly can tell you that we have had our fair share of mishaps here on Good Morning SKN.
Oh, say it isn't so.
Boy. Whether be tongue ties, like yesterday, I could not say parliamentarianism, although I practice
you got
it.
it today.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, you know. Mispronunciation or simple human error. Whatever the case, being on television is no easy feat, as you would have still noticed, right? So, Jamie, take it away.
All right, take it away. Yeah, so today, you know, the segment all about mishaps. Today we'll be reacting to some TV bloopers from other shows. Thankfully, there are other shows. I'm grateful to you guys for making it all about the other shows.
But they do see ours. They do see ours live and direct, right? Because ours can't hide.
Oh my God.
Live television can't hide.
I'm so grateful to you all for making it about other shows. So we're going to take a look at bloopers from other shows, and we'll find out how we rank, right? Yeah, let's see. Let's take a look, guys.
Probably number 1, number 2, number 3. Why did he go behind the news camera to do that?
Instant replay. Wow. Oh, you know, I'm sorry, but this reminds me of Just for Laughs. That show.
Yes.
I literally wanted to hit the replay button.
Was he
and
about?
You guys did that.
Was he about to dismount from his bike?
Listen,
or what?
You think that's bad? I saw an anchor get hit by a car.
Ooh, now that's
She
that's
had her
terrible.
camera on a tripod, and the car literally knocked her light to.
Oh my
So that
gosh.
wasn't that bad. That was actually kind
That
of
was
funny.
funny.
That was scary. All right, let's find out what the other one is.
He's mounting the bike. Dismounting on his
Oh,
face.
boy. It's like, don't try out for the Olympics anytime soon.
No.
And it's likely one of those international cities might. No! She scared the shit out. We're working here, man. And it's likely one of those international.
What? He just ruined the woman's story. That's not cool.
That is so funny. You know, I've seen people filming. I've thought of doing that, but I'm like, no, they're in the shot. They're being professional. So I wouldn't do that, but I literally saw like news anchors.
But she was scared. You saw that? She was like, oh, don't do that.
What's going on here? You know? Hey, at least he's a funny guy. At least he's a funny
know.
guy.
He almost looks like Turkey Killer. His features, his face, his
you
smile.
Want Turkey Killer? Can we get Turkey Killer to do that to Corsensu? We'll trick him, okay?
Yeah. Ba. Như vậy thì ba.
This is why we put our phones on silent before we start the show every single day.
You think that's funny? The other day I was talking about Alexa and I actually forgot that Alexa was here. We were doing the live recording and I literally opened my mouth to say and I was like, wait a minute, if Alexa starts responding, we're going to have issues, right? I would, however,
exactly.
not throw Alexa
so we don't want
ground.
to be number one in the bloopers. No.
Oh, that's so funny. I'm glad you guys missed the time when I nearly fell backwards in the chair. Because that happened the
This
first couple
is
of times
why we need our cameras running when we're not on live, so that we can have some bloopers to share with you guys too. Because we have plenty.
Oh my God.
So do we have any more bloops?
It is by far not even close to being over yet.
That's true. Sinkholes. Oh, there we saw somebody just take a header off a bicycle. Oh my goodness.
Not sure. It is by far.
You know, I think it was the same guy. Who's gonna go?
Where was he going already? I know, yes.
Yeah, I think it was the same guy. It's like, no. That's
I
so
didn't
bad.
expect it to be that deep, huh? Oh my gosh, his underwater cameras weren't working.
His underwater cameras were working. This is terrible. You guys are having way too much fun.
I know.
Let's find out what else you guys have.
Oh my gosh.
Keeping my fingers crossed.
Following her victory speech, Kim asked her and her supporters to say a prayer for Gina Roberson, who remains hospitalized for a stress-related illness. Kim says her and Gina will remain friends and work together in this Harrisburg community. Working for you tonight in Harrisburg, Dave Marcheski.
Beef-infused water?
How drunk do you have to be for that to be a thing?
God.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, I know he's at a bar, right? But hey. One drink, two drinks, what?
Too many. Too many.
Oh, dear goodness.
Oh, wow.
So that's all that we have for the bloopers? Oh, no, there's more. Hortensia, I swear she's you. The bag is on the table.
This is BBC News. I'm Carol Walker.
She's good. She is good. She is so good. She's just up and ready. Like,
can we get the lady from CNN that used to work? There was this blonde lady on CNN years ago. I was doing the CNN tour in Atlanta, and literally we're over her, right? And they cut to commercial, and I tell you, as soon as they cut to commercial, you would literally think that it was a mad dash for her nostril. Yeah, I said it. She was in there. One of the guys on the tour with me, he was like, oh!
Oh man, maybe something was bugging her up there, so she had to take it out.
I gotta say, she was so professional. She wasn't on here. She waited for them to cut, and as soon as they cut, I tell you, it was like a mad dash. I don't know how she got it up that fast. It was ridiculous. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
You're going to do a spoken word for us now, right?
Right.
And tell us what we're about to hear.
It's just a freestyle.
Okay.
I'm just gonna think it up as I go.
Freestyle. Well, let me sit back. Go ahead, Marshall.
Okay. Years ago, they tried to put me in the. This is live.
Did you want to try to read something from your book?
Yeah.
I think we had our own version of that. I would say it if he wasn't my friend. Trust me, we had our own version. And that guy froze though.
No, yeah, he literally froze.
So much confidence going into it though. Like the bikers, you know, he's like, "This is freestyle." Then he starts, and like 2 seconds later, he's like,
I can't do this. What?
This is live.
People are looking at me. What am I supposed to say now?
This is live though. Oh, that's so funny.
I always wonder though, why persons freeze up. What is
You
the...
forget. Nerves. I don't know. You could practice something a million times and then it'd be like, you get there and all the pressure just hits you and it's like, oh boy.
Yeah, because when the pressure hits, you do tend to make mistakes. I wouldn't point at anybody that does, but yeah.
Well, I swear to you, there was once I was in high school and I was supposed to be Mark Antony and Julius Caesar.
Ooh.
Memorize those lines like nothing. And I get on the stage and for a good, it seemed like 10 seconds, I couldn't remember what I should say next.
So you were Mark Forget Me.
I was. Nobody knew it though, because I just paused and then the lines came back to me. And it's like, you know, that one word, that linking word that lets you to go. It happened. But I tell you, it could have gone the other way. Seriously. So we get it. When things are live, a lot of things happen.
Yes.
Not that we know anything about that in these parts. You guys watching us don't know. You know that we're just perfect when we're live, aren't we?
Oh my gosh. Wink, wink.
Are you going to miss your mom?
No.
No? Oh, don't cry. Are you?
Poor cutie.
Poor cutie? Probably want to see poor cutie now. That looks like a video from what, 10, 15 years ago?
I know, he's probably grown.
Honestly. Wow. Yeah, children just break into tears for no reason, apparently. The guy was happy 1 minute.
Yeah, and then he just
So sad
started crying. I wonder what made him sad.
Hey, the pressure.
Maybe I should do a TikTok to see if I can find him.
Can we try that?
And ask him what made him
Okay, so
sad.
here we go. On 3. It's cute, right? We're going to be laughing 1 minute, we're going to be crying the next. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. No, that's not work.
That's a word for us.
We tried. Well, you know for certain, we'll be sad if we have to go away and you guys are not going to be joining us. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
So make us smile. It is before 11:26, so as Jamie said, we'll be right back after this. Stay tuned.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said, when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children. Settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes!
Mommy, Uncle not here and the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see, Sammy.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who can support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
Today, we will be celebrating and recognizing postal workers for their hard work to ensure that we get our letters and packages. You see, work has to take place inside the post office before they come outside to make deliveries. So we have the pleasure of speaking with postman, very popular one at that,
Yes.
Trevor Wyatt. and we're going to get the inside scoop on a day in the life of a postal worker. So, good morning, Trevor. Welcome to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, before we get the conversation started by way of humor, because I'm certain that you have a lot of humorous stories, and Hortensia kind of preempted you here. How long have you been a postman?
25 years.
Wow. Wow. And how did you get into it?
First, I was subbing, learning the area, the route, the house's number, the street name.
Okay.
You have to well experience and really want to know. You don't have the willing to work.
Okay.
It's not easy at times.
No, I don't doubt that at all. And as you mentioned, like the house numbers and so on, you're talking about a time when streets didn't have labels, when houses didn't have numbers on them.
Yeah.
That's
and people who you need to find, sometimes the neighbors don't even know who they are.
And have some vague address.
Yeah, wow.
So have you always wanted to be a postman?
Well, years ago, I used to work in the industry, in the garment factory.
Okay.
Then I got laid off.
Okay.
Then applied for a job at the post office.
Okay.
Then I got through. Then I sub. And being as, you're working, administrators, them watching you to see how you perform. I got it.
Yeah, and I must say, this is my favorite postman, the most cordial postman. Even if he's having a bad day, you would never know. He never comes to your house and be like, here, your mail. He comes, hi, morning, how you do? Put the mail on the table, and I think he's family-like now for most people. Well, for me, so this is my favorite mail person. So, Trevor, on what days and what times do you deliver mail?
Deliver mail is supposed to be every day.
Every day. Okay.
Only when bills come, we stay in to sort and make sure everything properly.
Okay.
Sometimes when something wrong, we take it to the supervisor for her to make a notation.
Well, to Hortensia's point about bonding with the people that you deliver mail to, I know my postman. Back when I lived in the country, I knew my postman. And I imagine that a lot of people, as Hortensia said, they're very familiar with you. What's that like, establishing a relationship?
Well, to me, like family. You're intertwined with the public. And sometimes you are not only postman out there, you're a guide and counselor too.
Oh, really?
And shrink, because everybody brings their problem to you.
Really? Come on, give me an example, without naming names.
Okay. Sometimes a parent may have a problem with a child. They come, sometimes the sun's so hot and you want to get out of the sun, but you stay and you listen.
That's right.
Sometimes someone need an ear, somebody to hear them. Just an ear to listen and solve the problem with them.
Listen to that.
Sometimes again, the old person may want something at the clinic and you insist, you help her, you go.
Wow, Trevor.
Yes,
Trevor, that's remarkable.
He does an
Those are
excellent
the things that we
job.
don't see, So thank you for doing that.
And I like the fact too, when he delivers our mail, I don't know how he gets the time to do it, but if it's a bunch of them, he puts them in a nice rubber band. So it's nice on the table. It's not like he just throws them on the table. So it's not, you just see everything in a rubber band. So I really enjoy your service. I may not tell you every time I see you, but I enjoy your service. You're welcome.
Well, look at that. So, as I said before when I started, I said, obviously, you must have had some humorous moments.
Yes, at times.
We want the inside scoop. Remember, this is a day in the life,
There was a time I went to an alley, not knowing the lady has a puppy, a dog. When I went in, coming back out, he grabbed my feet.
So what did you do?
I just stayed here and make nice ball out, And there was another time, this was a very, very serious time. Wow. A guy went to shoot another guy. But I came out of this lady yard in time, so when the guy pulled the gun, I came out. So frightened, I jumped in a hole. The guy did not shoot.
Oh my God.
So you actually saved a life.
It's sad that you had...
Listen, I don't even know.
This work that postmen or post ladies do out there, sometimes, at times, it gets very dangerous.
Yeah.
Very dangerous. But we are trained to see, not to tell. When we reach at the office, we tell our supervisor and our boss.
Wow.
So, Trevor, when you see you drop in the hole, you didn't get hurt immensely?
Oh, no.
Oh,
It's right.
good stuff. Okay.
Well, I got to ask you, did the person who was the intended victim realize that he would have been the victim, were it not for you?
Yes.
And what did he do? Did he help you out of the hole at least?
No, he just watched me. And up till this day, anytime he sees me, he always watches me.
Oh, wow.
Because he noticed I did not spread it to no one.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, for my safety too.
Yes. Wow.
You know, that's something that we didn't consider because obviously you've been working for 25 years, and we know that there were times when, depending on the area and whatever date it was on the calendar, people could just be dropping like flies, and we didn't think that people like you would be out there potentially, you know, unsuspecting victims.
Even in rain, we're out there.
Yeah. This is scary stuff, Trevor. Well, yes, that's true. Hey, you're so reliable. I never thought of that, you know, Trevor. You're making me say a lot of things now.
He's raincoat up and he's going. The rain's not stopping him, you know. Nothing stops him. I swear the only time I don't.
Want to work to to do this job.
Okay.
You know, you just, you know, you're serving your country in what little you can do. You really have to have it in you.
So in terms of new workers, because obviously you're a veteran, you've been there for 25 years, what opportunities have there been for you to train new staff?
Well, I show them the ropes, that means the walk, the areas, the names of the street, the numbers, make a little note. We keep writing down who coming into the area and who are going out the area, because there are some people when they are leaving, they're not saying anything. And mail still coming in for them.
True.
See? So we have to make notes of those stuffs.
And listening to you, I feel like you should be coordinating with the Census Department.
Sometimes they come to ask me, who is so too?
Same thing.
And the bailiff, when they need people, they come to the postman.
Okay.
And that is good to know. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back to talk with Trevor on the other side of it. Stay tuned, everyone.
I need some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Know that there are certain seasonings that contain more salt than you actually need? There are more natural, healthier ways to reduce the salt intake in your dishes by using natural things like onions, garlic, seasoned peppers, and even thyme and merengue powder.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. If you're just joining us, in my opinion, we are speaking to the best postman in St. Kitts and Nevis, Mr. Trevor Wyatt. He is a postman at the St. Kitts post office here. So, Trevor, what was it like becoming familiar with your area, your delivery area, and matching the names, address, etc., etc.?
To get familiar with the area, one really have to go into the area, learn the area properly. As I go back again, the streets, numbers. Sometimes some houses don't have any number. I try to find out who is the neighbor who live there. Because most of us know people by the nickname.
Yes.
Because when I first started in Newtown, when I said, his name, sir? Because know him by his nickname, you know, but now I know everybody right name. I have my pad, my thing, and I make my notes.
So Newtown is your designated area?
Newtown, Pan Pasture, the industrial site, and the whole of Taylor's.
Wow, you do a lot of walking. That's your exercise, huh?
Same, sir.
Okay.
You walk to these areas, or do you like drive
walk,
and then you...
Some drive, but I walk.
Really?
Walk and stay cool too. You know, I never see him looking sweaty, you know. Even on a sweltering day, he is dry. What's your secret?
My secret, study nothing. Always keep a smile on your face. Don't let nothing, you know, give you a bad day.
No,
there will be bad days, but always have a smile, you know.
Yes.
Study and be positive.
Yes, stay positive.
All right, so I want to get to other interesting stories. Again, this is a day in the life. You're giving us a scoop. Trevor,
Jamie wants me to cry.
Yeah, I don't want you to cry. But I do want to talk to Trevor about something you were telling us a little while ago.
Yes, years ago at Pond Pasture, one morning, On my delivery, I heard this lady, Miss Neil, come out, come out, come out. Not knowing come out from, come out from what? Walk into the little entrance. There was a guy jumping out the window, nearly jumped on my shoulder.
Oh, Lord.
If.
I tell you, look at that. Look at that. Listen, being a post person is a lot. As I was telling Jamie and Trevor during the break, my adopted sister, she was subbing for her dad. And she said she went into a yard. And all she heard behind her was, grrr. She said she didn't know she could jump such a gate, but she came over with her bag. And I mean, it's a lot to deliver mail. We see it on television where the dog is always running behind the postal truck or the mailman, but we don't actually see it here in St. Kitts.
But you're saying that.
People,
Trevor's nodding. Trevor's nodding like, yes, so you've had dogs run after you?
Yes, and sometimes when they run, I say, pop, 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 and they just simmer down, you know?
See?
Because they have to know me, because it's every day I interact with them on a daily basis, you know, in the neighborhood.
Our executive program manager was saying not only is your job high risk, and we didn't know about it, but you're also somewhat of a dog whisperer.
Yes.
There was a time we were asking for respect from the government, but up to now we didn't get it.
No.
Well, you know, you put that into the universe, you never know.
We are title of respect.
Yes, indeed, with dogs and everything else.
You just put that out there, so you never know. Somebody will be listening, you know, because seriously, you're talking about burglaries, you're talking about gun violence, you're talking about
dogs.
Yeah, dog bites and all these other things, Trevor. Walking in the rain, getting stuff to us. I never thought of all of this, and yet you do it with a smile.
And one thing I would like, you know, the householders to do, get a receptacle, put a receptacle on each gate. That hinders us too from interacting with dogs.
Okay.
More safer, and then our work will be more effective and better efficient.
Yeah. Okay, especially if you have dogs,
That's actually a nice idea, and perhaps what we could see maybe is, I don't know, do you think the post office would ever get into perhaps distributing such receptacles?
There was a time the postal service with UPS was in collaboration with something. Yeah, we had some already given out. But I think people can buy or make something of their own and put it there. You know, just for the safety of the postman and woman.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And there are post boxes as well. There are PO boxes because you don't get to every area. Some areas require PO boxes as well. So that's it. You can sign up for that. Right, for free.
And again, like we normally give people who live very far the option of post box.
Oh, yes.
Yeah? Like Bird Rock, McKinley Heights, you know, we give them the first preference. But we still have that. Anybody need any?
Exactly.
And the cheap is $85 a year.
I need to sign up for one because literally I route my mail back to the country where I know I'm going to get it because I've never had a post box as long as I've lived where I live. So I need to, Cool.
So, Trevor, can you tell us what is your most rewarding experience being a postman? You mentioned being a counselor, et cetera, but what else?
Well, one of the most, let's say, rewarding to being a postman is meeting people, interacting with different culture, learning new things every day.
Nice.
What's one of the, so go ahead, please.
To me, make me a part of their family.
Yes, your family. Yes, indeed.
So what do you learn? What's that interesting thing that you've learned that you could say, you know what?
One thing again, I want to really learn how to look out for people and to be kind to each other and to give a lending hand when there's help needed.
Trevor, that is a wonderful way to end this segment. And again, we're recognizing you and your colleagues for all the work that you do. Thank you for coming by and speaking with us today. We do appreciate you. And as Hortensia said, you are the nicest.
He is. He is the sweetest. Oh my gosh. The most reliable. He's the best postman in St. Kitts and Nevis, in my eyes.
All right. Thank you, Trevor. It's been our pleasure. More Good Morning SKN in a moment. Everyone, stay tuned.
Thank you indeed.
Welcome to another Infused Friday, and we have another amazing infused water recipe for you today, which is mango, papaya and pineapple. So let's get into just some of the benefits of this fine selection of fruit. Mango juice is full of potassium and magnesium, the two compounds that regulate blood pressure in the body. Consuming mango juice daily can help one keep fit and maintain blood pressure and keep hypertension in check. Drinking mango juice also makes sure there is enough fluid in the body to keep it balanced. Did you know that mangoes are good for your eyes, improves immunity, great for digestion, helps fight cholesterol and may burn fat and reduces acne? Papayas contain high levels of antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin C and vitamin E. Diets high in antioxidants may reduce the risk of heart disease. The antioxidants prevent the oxidation of cholesterol. When cholesterol oxidizes, it's more likely to create blockages that lead to heart disease. And finally, pineapple, rich in vitamin C and manganese, which promotes healthy bones. Pineapple is packed with disease-fighting antioxidants. Thanks to the antioxidants, pineapple has cancer-fighting properties. In addition, pineapples can aid digestion and assist in weight loss. Now for the ingredients. You need 1/4 cup of papaya, 1 cup of mango, 1/4 cup of pineapple, 1/2 cup of ice and 12 ounces of cold water. Directions: wash fruits well, chop and slice ingredients and add to a large jar or jug of iced water. Stir and serve in tall glasses. Refreshing. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Yoshini Voice representing for Good Morning SKN, say good vibes, good energy, blessings and love. Voice rated.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are taking a look back at the recently concluded 3 nights of revelry, fun, and music. Yep, we are talking about the St. Kitts Music Festival. Well, you know, it was a work for some of us here at Studio 327. Wink, wink. We attended the press conference and we interviewed some of the artists on the night of the shows. Let's have a look.
All right, we're live here at the St. Kitts Music Festival, man. I'm getting tongue-tied just sitting next to Ruckus HE. High energy performance, man. Ruckus in the house. So tell me, man, after that great performance, what was going on stage? Were you feeding off the energy of the crowd? Was the crowd feeding off the energy of you? What was going on? Because I saw it. It was really like...
Yes, definitely. Once I got on stage, I realized that persons were giving me that energy. And so my job was to give them back that same energy, you know, and we fed off of each other during that whole 15 minutes this performance on stage, you know, and I know that they enjoyed it. They completely showed me that vibes and love, and I really appreciated it.
Listen, I have a bone to pick with you, that was too short. That was way too short, my boss.
I agree.
I tell you, it wasn't just a performance, it was really a movement. I love the way you had the crowd moving. You had me driving to the song that you had us driving to in the studio, and I was like, man, I should have been really good, man. So what do we have to look forward to now?
Well, for Rufus HE, you can definitely look forward to more music. You know, we're in 2022 now, and as you can see, things are now picking back up, and entertainment is back on its feet, and now we are ready to push some material out there as we get closer to the end of the year or closer to our season here in St. Kitts for Carnival. So you can definitely look forward to more music from Rufus H and Rufus H Empire.
Gotta ask you, what did you plan to leave with the audience tonight? Do you think you left everything?
Well, you know, our intention was to come here to perform and make the audience feel the vibes, because that's what we do best. Come out and perform and do it at the best ability. Smallest band, it's what in the world.
I gotta tell you, I like the vibe from the press conference today. There was a special guest that you invited, did you see her?
Well, you see, I don't want to be controversial, but because this song was up so long ago, and I don't want it to be twisted.
Right.
I don't want to get twisted at all whatsoever, you know what I mean? Respect, we respect you.
Love it, man, love it. Alright, so we're here talking to Grandmasters right after their performance. I'm telling you boys, good to see you guys again. So, let's talk about the performance. What was it like to be back on stage after so long at the St. Kitts Music Festival?
It's a pleasure to be back. I mean, to be doing what you love, to be giving the fans what they want. And we know they've been long anticipating, waiting. So it's really good to know that we are able to deliver to the fans.
I tell you. What about you?
But of course, you know, after being off the St. Kitts Music Festival stage for 2 years, you know, I know persons have been looking forward to it. You know, I mean, the St. Kitts Music Festival stage is one of the biggest stages around, you know, and to be a part of that, it's always an honor to be a part of the St. Kitts Music Festival.
Well, I gotta say, I caught your performance, and no smiley didn't think I was gonna make it. I made it. Video proof.
Everybody want one hand up in the air and wave. Tell them go. I am
We're here with Lyrical right after his live performance at the St. Kitts Music Festival. Lyrical, great performance, man. Love the energy. Love the way you had the hands going up for you. I noticed the crowd rushing to you, man, when you started singing. Did you feel the love?
Feel the love, 1,000,000%, you know what I mean? Like I said, we share the energy. We was locked down for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and they probably didn't have this since about probably 2019. So I'm just grateful to be here when it's back out, the people, and then it's, you know, high energy, energetic, and we feel it, we love it, we see it. Just grateful to be here right now in the St. Kitts Music Fest. Could be anywhere else in the world, but we are here.
And I love the fact that you're here.
Yeah. Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. But them at a happy place in the life, and they can't change, and they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings. Mate. Good morning, SKN. It's your man, Maria Baxter. Hello, Maria. Who say?
SKN. Say good vibes, good energy, blessings and love. Voice rated.
From open years, who knows so we here, I forget. All right, clap, nobody knows. I'ma give you my love. Yeah. I'ma give you my love. I'm gonna sing it to me one more time. I said it now. I love you, girl. Baby, I need you, my darling. Man, don't you know what you know? I'm really lost in the season of the song.
Of Good Morning SKN for Studio 327 here with the lovely and marvelous Vanell Powell. How do you feel after that wonderful performance? Your voice captured the audience for sure. I was in it. I had to see. So how do you feel about it? How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel like Studio 327 does be like stalking me a little bit, but I feel great actually. This is my largest stage so far, and it felt like home. It didn't feel like anything different. I've been performing from birth, basically, so it didn't feel any different to any other time I've ever performed.
No, I saw you brought some guest artists on the stage, one of them being CCB. That's my boy. I'm very proud of him. So how did you two come when the audience was electric? Your voice is amazing. No nerves at all? You said you felt like at home, right?
I do have nerves because I'm a human. I feel it still. But yeah, CCB, he worked with me on the song called With Me. We recorded like since last year. I just asked him if he would be interested, and then that dynamic came out of it. So I'm really glad that I chose him for the project, and he was really professional with it and everything. And as you saw from the presentation, it was really well executed. So yeah, and I also had Easy worked with Easy, and I wrote a song called Chasing Dreams. And I said, I'm coming to St. Kitts Music Festival. I can't leave anybody behind. You know, if I go, you can come too.
All right, and one more thing, I know I'm not Jamie, I know I'm not called Tensi, the usual faces that you would have seen, but I can guarantee that we're all fans at the studio, especially me. I just want to shake your hand for, I don't know what to do. Should I hug you? You had an amazing performance, Vanell. You all know him, and a majority of you love him. I'm here with the wonderfully talented, locally grown Byron Messiah. How are you feeling after that amazing performance?
To be honest with you, I'm feeling really excited, you know, because I think the price just went up, you know. So yeah, it's a wonderful feeling, eh?
So I saw in the performance, I also saw the post, but at the performance that you announced you're signing to this label, how has that been feeling for you?
It has actually been going great for me, you know, because, I mean, the label saw the talent, and they're doing stuff that I always dreamt of as well, you know, so they're helping me to put those plans into play, you know, so yeah, it's been going great.
And lastly, I just really want to know, you're on the stage, I saw the crowd, you had the crowd moving, you had the crowd listening, complete crowd control. It's like you felt like a natural at this. Any nerves at all?
Nah, no nerves at all, because you don't know, the people that out there is we, you know, as the artists as well, you know, they miss to build the artist, so it's like you building a house and the house asking if it's, you're asking the house if it's nervous, you know, but I really the contractor who building the house, so it's like a connection, something natural. Yeah, we just go along with it, you know.
the St. Kitts Music Festival all day. You know what I mean?
Viewers, you should have seen his face when Nadia was on. That was his favorite artist. I swore he was wearing the blush today.
I was wearing
Pink
blush
cheeks.
today.
Pink cheeks.
That's all I
Look,
want you
look.
guys
See?
to do.
Do you see? He's still blushing. Look.
Just tag Nadia Batson, tag Jamie Morris, tag Studio 327, tag the St. Kitts Music Festival, and be like, yeah, that was it. That was definitely.
That was lovely. That was lovely.
Yeah. So I could relive it, but we're not going to relive it because it's time for what's happening. All right. So let's take a look at what's happening on the local scene. Cultural Mama Action Corner. It's time for another Action Corner, and this is happening today, Friday, July 1st, at the Cotton Ginnery Mall from 4 to 8 p.m. That's 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. There will be entertainment by Katie Dan, Ecstasy Sounds, and New Wave Band. But wait a minute. It actually doesn't end there. You can also look forward to the grand reveal of this year's Republic Bank Mr. and Miss Talented Youth Contestants. Interesting stuff.
Nice.
So there will also be a pop-up flow shop and a Republic Bank information desk. Lots to take in, so don't miss it. Mr. and Miss, huh?
I know, and since it's that time for what is the phrase for the Culturama? The biggest? What is it? I can't remember this time, but
Somebody's gonna
it's
tell me.
Culturama time in Nevis, folks. It's Culturama time, yes, and we're going to speak about Nevis again and my favorite season of the local calendar, the first season of mango season. So the Nevis Mango Festival is on. So paging all mango lovers like myself, paging Hortensia, get ready to indulge in a night of food and entertainment at the Nevis Mango Festival Supper Club event. This is being hosted tomorrow, the 2nd of July, starting at 7 p.m. at the Catch It restaurant. So at the Catch It restaurant. The guest chef for this year is Bridget Joseph, straight out of Trinidad and Tobago. Well, Trinidad. Patrons can look forward to music by the jazz pianist Odell Brown. The event package includes a 4-hour mango-infused course, remember that, for a meal, and a complimentary mango cocktail for the price of $100 US. Reservations can be made via the Catch It restaurant at 763-2038 or email catchit2222. So that's catch it 4 2s. So CATCHIT2222 at gmail.com. Be sure to make your reservations for this beautifully curated evening of fine dining and musical entertainment. Yes.
And to your question before, yeah, a little birdie picked me out of the ear and told me that it's the Caribbean's greatest summer line.
Yes, Culturama.
Right?
The Caribbean's greatest summer line. You can't miss it. After the 2-year hiatus, you have to be there. So come on down.
I don't know, when I hear lime now, I think that we ought to have a lime festival. Are we going to do that too? Just asking.
Maybe we can.
Just putting it out there. You know.
Lemonade, lemon cake, key lime pie.
Better than petitions, right?
Exactly.
We know how to lime, right? Petitions and divisions. You know?
Yeah, we know how to lime.
I'm going to tell you, looking back at today's show was interesting. I think the highlight for me was looking back on the St. Kitts music. All of it. You know, come on, I was there. But actually, Smiley and Grandmasters, I was listening to the bands, right? And I got to say, sorry guys, Grandmasters, yeah.
So now everybody knows Jamie's favorite night, the jump up night.
Yeah, because they were asking.
And nobody would guess that.
I never said, it's true. You're right.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. So definitely true. I could look back at that St. Kitts Music Festival clip. So hey, I'm going to be looking back at it. And by the way, Naeem did a really good job.
He did an excellent job. And Anthony.
And Anthony, our
AKA
cameraman.
Man Bun.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, you guys want our jobs, you know. I realize.
Yes,
that.
yes.
They're not even coming on as Kurt Carty and Jaime.
No,
Maurice. They're
as
coming on
themselves.
you know, I'm serious.
Did you notice how Naeem shaded us?
Jeet Lyle and Richie. We're gonna take the show on the road.
Naeem got to shake the hands of Vinel, and he rubbed it in our face like, look, you spoke to her, but I'm next to her, and look, I'm shaking her hand.
Yeah,
thank you, Naeem.
When I see Vinel next time, I'll be singing "So Long I Ain't See You." Can I say that? No? Nadia did it, so I'm going to do that. We'll do it all. Anyway, we want to thank you guys for joining us today for another edition of Good Morning SKN. And by the way, we have enough time to say that today is going to be the launch. We're reminding everybody today's going to be the launch of Moment TV. And if you haven't heard the good news, Good Morning SKN.
It's going to be on there,
on Moment TV. So tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell your pastor, whoever else.
To head over to Splash at 5:30 today. Remember, it's free.
Well, I'm not sure you want to tell your pastor to go to Splash, but anyway. Maybe you can. It's for a good cause.
He's going to open it in prayer. How about that?
Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Absolutely right.
Yes.
Good save, Cortez. So you're learning. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms, okay? Including Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Studio 327 Inc. That's at Studio 327 INC. Like, subscribe, follow, share, and now I can say, watch on Moment TV.
Watch. After they tell you what channel it's on, you gotta tune in, you gotta share, you gotta like, you gotta take us up to 1,000. We ask you that every single day. Now, before I start my part, this is what I'm gonna say. Remember to let no one dull your sparkle today. So leave us a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of today's show. My part was seeing Jamie cheeks turn pink, other than laughing about my sister jumping over the fence from the dog. And this is where we say, see you on Monday morning at 8 a.m. when you will start your morning when you will start your morning with us, bloopers again.
I was going to say. Add us to the blooper rule, okay?
When you will start your morning with us at 8 a.m. right here on Good Morning SKN, where there's a little bit of everything for everyone. Have a great day, guys. And thank you for watching.